A very good morning to class. I welcome you again in grade 8. Class, today we will be going to start our new chapter from our history section, that is the modern period in Indian history, which includes when, where and how. Basically, in this chapter, we will be going to learn about the history of our Indian culture. So, class, basically, history is an unending dialogue between the past and the present. If we can talk about the modern world regarding our Indian country, it is having a 28 states with the help of 9 union territories. So, in this chapter, we will be going to learn about that what are our past events happened in our history. So, let's start with the introduction part. So, history is the study of past events and it is much more than the memorizing its dates. So, if we can talk about the components of history, it includes events, places, dates, names, etc. So, if we want to learn more about the concept of history, so we should also learn the components of our history. Now, first of all, the meaning of history. History is about changes that occur over the time. If we can take the example, it includes finding how things were in the past and how things have changed now at present. So here there is a caste system in Hinduism. So there are five types of castes in Hinduism. First one is the Brahmins, then Kshatriya, then Vaishyas, then Rudras, and then last one is the Dalit. Here the Dalit people includes the SC caste people. Next one is the if we want to compare past versus and present state of history. So earlier history was associated with the memorizing of dates, time, year, etc. But at present it is a very wider concepts which includes how and when and what concepts are happened in nowadays. So our next one is the this slide shows the picture of a James Mill. Basically this is a person which belongs to a Scottish. So he was a economist and a political philosopher and named was the James Mill. Basically he was a published a book regarding the history of British India. The main motive and the basic motive behind J. Mill in this book that he wants to divide it our Indian history into three periods like Hindu, Muslim and British. Now, if we can talk about the Indian history classification, it is divided into three parts: ancient history, medieval history, and third one is the modern history. Dear class, now today's word is included in the modern history. If we can talk about the time notation, it includes the two components AD and BC. If we can talk about AD terms shows the Anno Domini and BC shows the before Christ. So how a modern period changed to a colonial period? So this is a very important topic. Like if we can talk about the modern period, it is related with the growth of all the forces of modernization like development of new technologies, increase in the price, demand, supply. But if we can talk about the British rule, their people were not getting modernized. So therefore they want to change the name from the colonial period. Now this is again the picture of a James Mill which can more focuses on the history book and he was a writer of a book. The name of that book was the History of British India. Now class our next one is the what are the sources of writing the history. So it includes various type of topics like books, newspapers, government records, diaries, historical structures, etc. So let's start one by one. If we can talk about our first one is the books, newspaper and magazines. Here in the 18th century there was mass printing of newspapers and book throughout the countries. Here ideas and thoughts of the people during that year become more documented. If we can talk about the conducting surveys, so it was a common under the colonial administration. Britishers believed that a country had to be properly known before it could be effectively advertised. So class, besides this, there are also various type of sources regarding the studying the history in a modern period. Like if we can talk about the government records, diaries and accounts of travelers, photographs, paintings, historical structures, etc. Now, if we can talk about the historical structures here, the British planned and constructed many buildings and cities during their rule in India. They also give good insight into the art and architecture during that period. Now, if we can talk about the government records, all the records of the government regarding the British India are available in the National Archives of India at New Delhi. There are many archival documents and manuscripts that deals with the British India at the Indian Office records are available there. So class, this is all about your chapter. In the end, I want to say that after the decline of Mughal Empire, many smaller regional states emerged in India in the 18th century. But the British concept of centralized rule brought political unity in India. Thank you class. Have a great day ahead.